Chapter 1. Anne discovers friendship. A week after the tea at the manse, Dinah Barry gave a party. Small and select. Just the girls in our class. They had a very good time till tea time, when they found themselves in the berry garden. A little tired of all their games, they started playing daring. Daring was a fashionable amusement in Avonlea. First of all, Carrie Sloane dared Ruby Gillis to climb a certain point on the huge old willow tree before the front door. Ruby Gillis, though afraid of the fat green caterpillars, and her mother did it. Then Josie Pye dared Jane Andrews to hop on her left leg around the garden without stopping once or putting her right foot to the ground. Jane Andrews tried to do it, but gave out at the third corner. Anne Shirley then dared her to walk along the top of the board fence around the garden. Now, to walk board fences requires skill and steadiness of head and heel, but Josie Pye was good at it. She walked around the fence confidently, happy to be admired and feeling victorious. Anne said, "I don't think it's such a very wonderful thing to walk a little low board fence. I knew a girl in Marysville who could walk the ridgepole of a roof." "I don't believe it." "I don't believe anybody could walk a ridgepole. You couldn't anyhow." "Couldn't I?" "Then I dare you to do it. I dare you to climb up there and walk the ridgepole of Mr. Barry's kitchen roof." Anne turned pale but accepted the challenge. "Don't you do it, Anne. You'll fall off and be killed. Never mind, Josie Pye. It isn't fair to dare anybody to do anything so dangerous." "I must do it. My honor is at stake." "I shall walk that ridgepole, Dinah, or perish in the attempt. If I am killed, you are have to my pearl bead ring." And climbed the ladder, gained the ridgepole, balanced herself uprightly on that precarious footing, and started to walk along it. She was dizzily conscious that she was uncomfortably high up in the world. Nevertheless, she managed to take several steps before she staggered, stumbled, and fell down. Losing her balance, she fell, sliding down over the sun-baked roof and crashing off it. Fortunately, she fell on the other side, where the roof extended down over the porch so nearly to the ground that a fall there was a much less serious thing. Nevertheless, when Dinah and the other girls rushed frantically around, they found Anne lying all white and limp. "Anne, are you killed?" shrieked Dinah, throwing herself on her knees beside her friend. "Oh, Anne, dear Anne, speak just one word to me and tell me if you are killed." Much to everyone's relief, especially Josie Pye, Anne sat dizzily up and answered uncertainly, "No, Dinah, I'm not killed, but I think I became unconscious." "Where? Oh, where, Anne?" Before Anne could answer, Mrs. Barry appeared on the scene. Seeing her, Anne tried to scramble to her feet, but sank back again with a sharp little cry of pain. "What's the matter? Where have you hurt yourself?" "My uncle." "Oh, Dinah, please find your father and ask him to take me home. I know I can never walk there." Marilla was out in the orchard picking a panful of summer apples when she saw Mr. Barry coming with a whole procession of girls behind him. "Mr. Barry, what has happened to her?" Whiter and more shaken than the self-contained, sensible Marilla had been for many years, Anne herself answered, lifting her head. "Don't be very frightened, Marilla. I was walking the ridgepole and I fell off. I expect I have sprained my ankle." "Bring her in here, Mr. Barry, and lay her on the sofa," Marilla said, relieved that Anne was not badly hurt. "Mercy me, the child has gone and fainted." It was quite true. Overcome by the pain of her injury, Anne had fainted dead away. Matthew was straightway dispatched for the doctor, who in due time came and discovered that Anne's injury was more serious than they had supposed. Her ankle was broken. That night when Marilla went up to Anne's room, a sad voice greeted her from the bed. "Aren't you sorry for me, Marilla?" "It was your own fault," said Marilla, drawing the curtains and lighting a lamp. "I know it is. If I could blame it on anybody, I would feel so much better. But what could I do when I was there to walk a ridgepole?" "You could have stayed on good firm ground and let them tear away. Such absurdity." "I haven't such strength of mind, Marilla, and I think I have been punished so much that you needn't be very cross with me. It's not a bit nice to faint, and the doctor hurt me dreadfully when he was setting my ankle. I won't be able to go around for 6 or 7 weeks, and I'll miss school. Everybody will get ahead of me in class, but I'll try to bear it bravely if only you won't be cross with me, Marilla." There, I'm not cross. You're an unlucky child. There's no doubt about that. But as you say, you'll have the suffering of it. Anne had many visitors at home, and not a day passed without one or more of the schoolgirls dropping in to bring her flowers and books and chatting with her. "Everybody has been so good and kind, Marilla," sighed Anne happily on the day when she could first limp across the floor. "It isn't very pleasant to be laid up, but there is a bright side to it, Marilla. You find out how many friends you have? Why, even Superintendent Bell came to see me, and he's really a very fine man. He told me all about the time he broke his ankle when he was a boy. It does seem so strange to think of Superintendent Bell ever being a boy. Even my imagination has its limits, for I can't imagine that. Dinah has been a faithful friend. She's been over every day to cheer my lonely pillow. But oh, I shall be so glad when I can go to school, for I have heard such exciting things about the new teacher." "There's one thing plain to be seen, Anne, and that is that your fall off the Barry roof hasn't injured your tongue at all." From Anne of Green Gables by Lucy Maud Montgomery. Adapted. Men's, a house provided for the priest of certain Christian churches. Assured, told someone something positively in order to remove doubt. Ridgepole, a horizontal beam along the ridge of a roof into which the rafters are fastened. Defiantly, in a manner that shows resistance or refusal to obey. Entreated, asked someone earnestly or anxiously to do something, pleaded. Perish, die. Precarious, not securely held or in position, dangerously likely to fall or collapse. Porch, a covered structure in front of a building. Frantically, done in a hurried way and in a state of excitement. Dizzily, with a feeling as if everything is turning around and that you are not able to balance and may fall down. Scramble, to move or climb quickly but with difficulty, often using your hands to help you. Gasped, took short, quick breaths through the mouth, especially because of surprise, pain, or shock.